Hi, my name is Karen Skipper. I'm a board certified music therapist and I live in Orange County, California. I work a lot with people with Parkinson's disease. I'm the director of the Orange County Tremble Clefs, which is a therapeutic singing group for people with Parkinson's. We've done a couple videos on how music therapy can help communication issues with people with Parkinson's. That's what we work on in Tremble Clefs. Today, I would like to invite you to try using a metronome for several purposes. What a metronome is it's a tool that's used by musicians to keep a steady beat. So if you like to listen to music, it doesn't go in different tempos. It's a steady tempo, and musicians will use that to keep a steady beat. Well, one of the challenges with the Parkinson's brain is that the Parkinson's interrupts the natural rhythmic tendency of the brain. The body wants to stay in rhythm. We breathe rhythmically. Our heart beats rhythmically. But with Parkinson's, that rhythmic output is interrupted and we don't perceive the rhythm like we did before we were diagnosed with Parkinson's. So a metronome can be a very handy tool as an external rhythmic stimulus. Now you can get a metronome app for an iPhone, an Android phone, any smartphone or tablet. You can find a metronome on YouTube if you're using a computer. And I would encourage you to download a metronome app for your phone or other device because it can really help you. The one I use is called Pro Metronome, and it is a free app. There are many metronome apps that are free, and so that will just help you in terms of moving better. So we're going to do a few exercises today with a metronome, and actually what I'm using today is some music that is provided to board certified music therapists who are members of the American Music Therapy Association by the American Music Therapy Association. And there's a whole collection of beat embedded music that is excellent for different types of exercises for people with Parkinson's that utilize the strong rhythm that can help the brain keep that rhythmic beat. There was research done in 1997 at Colorado State University in Fort Collins by Dr. Michael Tout. He is a music therapist, and he and his team researched using music with a very strong embedded beat to encourage people with Parkinson's to walk better. And what they found was after practice with rhythmically embedded music, that people were able to increase their stride length, the length of steps. They were able to increase symmetry, which is how even the steps are. And in doing so, it actually can help improve your balance. It can also be used to prevent or overcome fascination, freezing. So we're going to do that another day. Today, we are going to work on vocal techniques that can really utilize a metronome. So this is an exercise that we did in one of our previous videos. It is for articulation and pacing. And the drill is super bubble gum, super duper bubble gum, super duper double bubble, super duper double bubble, super duper double bubble gum. We're going to do it with a beat, and I'm going to look over at my computer, so excuse me for losing eye contact for a moment. But here is our beat, and I would encourage you to clap your lap with the beat. When you hear the beat, clap your lap. So we're going to sing it. Super duper bubble gum goes like this. Super bubble gum, super duper bubble gum, super duper double bubble, super duper double bubble, super duper double bubble gum. If you notice, you will start your words on the beat. So let's try it again. Super bubble gum. Super duper bubble gum. Super duper double bubble, super duper double bubble, super duper double bubble gum. And I would like to encourage you to do those exercises on different pitches, maybe lower, super bubble gum, or higher, super bubble gum. Don't worry if you're not a great singer. The important part, you can even speak them in rhythm. Super bubble gum. Just be sure that it is on that beat when you speak. So the other thing I would like to share with you today is an interesting find that I came up with. It's often used with testing electronic devices such as cellular phones, voice over IP, and it's a series of sentences called the Harvard sentences. And there are hundreds of these things, but they are phonetically balanced, which means that they have a balance of mouth and consonant sounds. So these are sentences that can help use all of your speech muscles and your voice. So what we're going to do is I'm going to read a sentence and then I will have you say it with me. This is not the way you would speak. This is merely an exercise. But the rhythmic speaking will do two things. One, it will help you control the rate of your speech. The second thing is that it will help you to, the rhythm will help you to speak more loudly. So the first sentence we're going to do is, oak is strong and also gives shade. So I'm going to start our metronome beat again, and I would like you to say that with me. Here's our beat. Oak is strong and also gives shade. Ready? We're going to say it again. Oak is strong and also gives shade. Take a breath, breathe in. Say it again. Oak is strong and also gives shade. Breathe. One more time. Oak is strong and also gives shade. Now you can find those Harvard sentences, and like I said, there are hundreds of them, so you don't always have to talk about oak. In fact, the next one's kind of fun. I have two dogs that I'm not real happy with right now. One of them's not sleeping at night. But we'll try another sentence, and I want to show you another tool. This sentence says, cats and dogs each hate the other. So with this tool, this is a very helpful tool for helping you to be more mindful, and I truly believe that everything Parkinson's has to do with being mindful. These are called speech dots. And I discovered speech dots by reading the newsletter of a local person with Parkinson's in our Orange County area. His name is David Bunch. Thank you, David. He puts out a newsletter every week with events that are going on. And in one of many of his newsletters that he puts out every week, he had at the bottom of his newsletter these speech dots. And again, there's nothing magic about these dots, but what they do is they encourage you to be more mindful about the pace of your speeching. Do as I say, not as I do. The pace of your speaking. So if you start stuttering, you can't get the words out, then I encourage you to use speech dots. And they should be used to practice with a metronome beat. But if you have these in your pocket when you go out and you're having trouble saying something, you can use them. So I'm going to give you the sentence about cats and dogs each hate each other with the beat. So first, only the beat. Cats and dogs each hate the other. Then we're going to breathe. Again, cats and dogs each hate each other. So I've asked you to tap your lap. Well, if you're around somebody else and you don't necessarily want to be banging on your leg while you're talking to them, you can use these speech dots. And what you would do is tap for each beat, cats and dogs each hate the other. You would just tap those. I'm going to go the other way because the image is reversed. Cats and dogs each hate the other. Cats and dogs each hate the other. All I'm doing is tapping it. And what that does is it makes us mindful of the pace of our speech. I'm going to turn our dots back on, and we are going to say that phrase 4 times. If you don't have speech dots, I did these on my computer. If you have Avery dots, you can do anything you want. Just put 4 of them on a piece of paper. So this is how we would use them. So here we go. Cats and dogs all hate each other. I read that incorrectly. I'll do it correctly. Cats and dogs each hate the other. Take a breath. Do it again. Cats and dogs each hate the other. Breathe. One more time. Cats and dogs each hate the other. And that will help you. Try it out. Just print out some speech dots and print it out and try talking to people, especially if you get stuck and you cannot speak. Just try it that way. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say goodbye to you. Goodbye, my friends, and keep on practicing. One more time. Goodbye, my friends, and keep on practicing.